fine.
I think he needs to get players that Jabari Parker could have helped create his own shot. Who else on the team could help make their own shot?
Currency TV, straight fast. Thanks for logging in.
Hey, this man is solutions in the stand basketball. No, don't cut the camera.
Hey,
Don't that. Fuck out of here with that shit.
How do you guys feel about LeBron James labeled as a Pippen while playing with the Miami Heat?
That's crazy stupid, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know, the people at ESPN doing their thing usually, but they dropped the ball with that one. LeBron James was LeBron James. At the end of the day, yeah, you know, he had a few losing seasons before he finally got his chip. But don't get it twisted. LeBron James been running the NBA for 17 years, ever since he entered the league, right? You know what I mean? It took him a few years. He broke records. He could do it all from dishing to scoring. You know what I mean? He can carry his team. Yeah, he had to go to Miami to get that first ring and go ahead and break that mold and understand how to win with D Wade. But you're not going to tell me that LeBron James wasn't Pippen, right? Like, what made Pippen was the fact that he wasn't an alpha male where he needs to be that dude. That was Jordan, right? Jordan carried that team, and he was just a great, you know, second fiddle. He was a great second piece, right? LeBron just has never been a second piece. Even when he was playing with D Wade, he wasn't a second piece. He just understood that, yo, you know what? I'm joining an organization. It's not my team, right? I'm going to let the team leader go ahead and lead the team, but I'm going to still ball out. So he was doing that just fine. So to me, whenever I hear that, you know, LeBron was a Pippen, I'm like, yo, come on, man. Put some respect on this man's name.
I think where he said it in the wrong way. I think he wanted to say LeBron was playing like Pippen in the sense of the way he's a point forward, and just because you say he's like Pippen, that's the headline that we're gonna go by. And what I feel like for LeBron, for example, when he's in 09, right, he had the best season, and they're playing Orlando, and he hit that game-winning shot, and he was supposed to see Kobe Bryant, who was expecting that shit. So when you say that LeBron is like Jordan, no, never, or even Pippen. But like I say, for LeBron, the problem with him is that he needed to have all the chips in his favor to become a great player.
Who's this?
LeBron. He needed to join an organization that was already ready to win with Pat Riley. Pat Riley has a bunch of rings with the Lakers, right?
Okay.
And he got a ring with Miami one time.
Okay.
And then on top of that, you need to join Dwayne Wade, a superstar on the team, and then Chris Bosh, another superstar. So at the end of the day, he's not there.
I see what you mean, but this is why I gotta disagree with you, right?
You can disagree.
Because, for one, LeBron James had been dominating the East for a minute, and Miami, they had been flat for a minute. Miami wasn't making no noise before LeBron James got there.
Okay.
So for us to just treat it like, oh, wait a minute, thanks to us, you have a ring, that's not true, man. LeBron James brought a ring back to Miami. D-Wade was almost broken when LeBron James got there. He was injured. He was getting out of
2011 finals.
What about it?
Look at the stats.
But
people go check.
What happened? No. Can I say something? I understand that, but what it is this. LeBron James had the team the whole year on his back. Right, it was easy basketball for D Wade. D Wade had already won a ring, so he already knew, like, hey, we're in the finals now, we're in the playoffs now. Let me show you how it gets kind of, you know, hot. The seat that you want to have. Let me show you how it gets hot. Cause I've been there before with Shaq, right? So D Wade, he went to that winning championship academy. So all what he did was he took LeBron James. He showed LeBron, like, hey, yo, this is what it takes to take it to the next level and become a champion. Right? But you're not gonna say that he was a Pippen. Pippen, and that's no disrespect to Pippen, because Pippen was a great second piece.
If LeBron was a Jordan, they would have never lost to Dirk Nowitzki. The nigga would never said, I was playing like a villain, the fans didn't like me, I didn't like basketball. What the hell is that be? Jordan was an asshole. Okay, this man would be smoking cigars, looking at people like, I don't give a fuck about my health. I'm gonna drop 50 on you guys. But what's up, though? LeBron should have been like, yo, Jason Kidd was guarding JJ Barea. Yeah, I mean, 5'8" people.
But before 91, you do agree Jordan wasn't winning like that, though, right?
But he got to the game 7 against the Pistons, and the only reason that they lost was that punk ass Pippen with his headache, right? The migraine.
Oh,
So he's
man.
saying, So that's what I'm saying.
so
LeBron
that's
using
my point.
excuses.
That's
I'm
what
like,
saying,
I
though.
wasn't playing basketball the right way. I was playing like a villain. I needed to have fun.
Yeah.
Remember that excuse? That's the same thing as
remember
Pippen.
it,
So I
remember
get in
it.
your
But,
sense there.
here's my thing, and that's
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
that's crazy.
soft.
Because listen.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. If Pippen, who is a Pippen to a Michael Jordan, is having migraines, technically Michael Jordan should be great enough to say, you know what? I'll carry it a bit more. I'll carry it down the path.
We're talking about the
hang in there.
Pistons.
But remember that.
Dumars,
Yeah, but
Lambeer,
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman, Isaiah, and that guy Vinnie Johnson off the bench. Come
So-
on, you can't
so
tell
that's
me one person.
microwave. That's-
You can't tell me one
all I'm
person
saying
gonna
is that
beat
kind
that
of
squad.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to show you is that and I'm not even defending LeBron as in like you know me, I'm a Kobe fan.
Yeah, I
I
hear
grew
that.
up on Kobe.
I believe
so
that, yeah.
like to me, LeBron was always that GOAT beef. You know what I mean? He was like always underneath Kobe to me, right? But at the same time, I'm not gonna be stupid enough to say that LeBron James was a Scottie Pippen. Nah, man. LeBron James, when he joined Miami, he didn't want to step on somebody else's toes, which was D-Wade, because D-Wade had already had a ring. You can't join a team, you don't have no rings, the next man has a ring, and then you gonna come up and say, yo, I'm the captain now. What are you talking about, bro? No, you're not. I'm the captain. I got the
Let's be
ring.
real with yourself.
So that's what I'm saying. Like
D-Wade
LeBron
was the
James
one that orchestrated that shit because he knew that he could not win without LeBron. That's why he made up, like, in the Olympics of
Yeah,
06, they're like,
yeah.
we're going to sign these 3-year deals.
Yeah.
If we don't fucking get past our shit, let's go play
Now,
together.
let me show you something, right? So you're saying that LeBron was a Pippen. That when D-Wade was a Jordan, they didn't win it, like you said. They lost to Dallas. It's until LeBron said, or D-Wade
said, let me help you out.
So yeah, D-Wade flipped it.
Let's
You
make
know what?
basketball fun again because you said, I didn't like playing basketball that year. That wasn't fun. You know what I mean? I was the villain. Fans were hating me and shit. Nobody cares. Kobe, they called him an asshole. Kobe, you come into Portland, point
my
3
God,
seconds, hit that little game buzzer and walk off like this. What's up now? You know what I mean? Like disrespectful shit. There's a difference between an assassin and a softie.
So,
you know what I mean? Go ahead.
okay, so let's go back to the questions, So you gonna tell me LeBron James was a Scottie Pippen in his life?
Yeah. From 07 to 2013. That's when he changed. Yeah. Actually, no, 2012. My apologies. Because when he won the ring, he became a killer. Because what he did to Boston, game 6, that game, I was like, God damn, those 45 points where he had some venom in his eyes, I was like, alright, this motherfucker's ready. Like, that game was just to let motherfuckers know, stop talking shit. Y'all niggas can't guard me. And that's a fact. So I was like, I got to give him his dues on that.
Alright, well, you know what? This is what I'm gonna say. In honor of Kobe, you feel me? If LeBron, if you ain't a Pippen, alright, you gonna go ahead and give us another ring. You're gonna bring LA a ring this year in 2020 in the bubble. If you supposedly not a Pippen.
I think the bubble's gonna affect him.
Yeah.
Because he's getting emotional for these little comments.
I saw that too.
So like
I saw
for me,
that
like
too.
Jordan wouldn't care. Like, alright, talk about
Jordan
it.
would never
Perfect.
address it.
I'm just gonna disrespect you on camera and be like, yeah, what's up,
I hear
Jay
you.
Williams?
I hear you.
Jay Williams, you know?
Hey, that's straight
You got
facts
to-
for you, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. For 24, we're gonna get a ring back to LA. That's all I'm saying.
Not this year, cuz. Not this
Straight
year.
facts.
No. Stop
Anyway,
it. Miami, he got this, man.
Yo, they right now they making Giannis look like a chump. I'm just saying. That's straight facts for you. Hey, Giannis, man, come on, bro.
Come to
yourself
Miami.
out.
Come home. Come home, man.
Shit.
Come home, man.
His legacy's on the line in these playoffs, in your opinion.
That's a tough one, but I'm gonna talk about Golden State. No, sorry, not Golden State. I'm talking about Russell Westbrook and James Harden because all their issue was that they could never get past Golden State. Now Golden State's no longer there. There's a new team, the Lakers, but they don't have enough chemistry to be out there competing because Houston's always been there. Their kryptonite was Golden State. Now it's gone. So now you got 2 MVPs facing a LeBron team that just got formed literally a year ago, you know? And the only person on that team is the champions, LeBron and J.R. Smith. The rest are, Danny Green, my apologies. That's as far as it goes. So there's no excuse for like those 2 MVPs to finally get over the hump, especially now that we're in the bubble. There's no excuses about about home court. There's no fans. It's basically like he says, who has heart. So we're gonna see who has heart. So for me, that's the legacy that's really on the line because if they don't win this year, I don't want to hear anything about James Harden and his scoring titles. I don't want to hear about Westbrook and his triple doubles. KD's not here this year. Everyone's gone from Golden State. There's nobody in your way. And LeBron, I know he's nice, but he ain't won in 4 years. So LeBron is not an issue right now for me. It's really Houston with James Harden and Westbrook. Golden State not there. Them Splash Brothers are chilling. Draymond Green's gone. Steve Kerr's gone. So
It's yours to take. And plus, Kawhi is no longer on the Raptors, so that's who I said.
I'm gonna interject.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and refresh your mind.
Go ahead.
All right,
Go ahead.
because a few months ago, last time I checked, they came out with a documentary for Michael Jordan, the GOAT. Now, fast forward a few months, LeBron James in the bubble, sweating his bad hairline out because you know what? Let me get to you, man. You spoke.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me tell you this, all right? LeBron James has been stuck at this 4 rings, 3 rings, and he's trying to get the 6.
And 9 times, right? Yeah.
Trying to get the 6, all right? Or at least 5, shout out Kobe. And he's in year 17, 35 years old with a bad hairline. Come on, man. You can't tell me that the clock's not ticking for this man. James Harden and Russ is 6'3". We're not even sure that he was even a certified bona fide MVP the year that he won it. But just still dump off passes. Come on, man.
Oscar Robertson.
Yeah, I know, but he cheated
3
the stats.
years in a row.
Russell cheated the stats.
Where did
James
you learn from that?
Let me get to it. Once again, let me show you where you're going. All right, James Harden, great MVP,
great scorer,
great NBA player, but he's not a champion. So when you think about legacy, you're not thinking about, oh man, James Harden really got to get his 2nd ring. No, he doesn't have one yet.
But that's the legacy. You need to get a ring.
LeBron James has 3 trying to match MJ, bro.
He's already good, solidified.
No,
if
man.
he retires today, Hall of
Listen,
Fame player.
LeBron James has been the biggest star out of high school since probably Kobe.
Question for you.
So what I'm trying to get to, let me get to my point, man. So what I'm trying to show you is this. This man has maybe another solid 2, 3 years tops in the NBA where he can say, you know what, I'm a top 3, top 4 player certified, right? So let's say he gets a ring this year. That's 4 rings. He gets one maybe next year. So at least you could say I retired with 5. Maybe my last year on that contract with the Lakers, I get a 6th one, I tie MJ. So your legacy then is certified as, you know what, I can at least be in the conversation for Mount Rushmore on a base that you know what, I match MJ's numbers. If he doesn't win this year or next year, it's done. LeBron James will not even match Kobe Bryant's numbers, right?
For championships,
for championships. So for me to be here, if I'm LeBron James, to me, like, my legacy is on the line in 2020. That's why he's been out here stressing, I want to play. He's out here talking about, yo, guys, we didn't travel to the bubble for all of this. This is why he's talking about, yo, all this protest is great and all, but I'm a basketball player first, and when the lights turn on, I'm here to play basketball, because he knows he needs this ring bad, man.
Okay.
Like, he needs this ring bad, because if he doesn't get this one, yo, LeBron James might not even end up with Shaq rings. He might not even get the 4 if he doesn't win this one.
Question
You know what I'm saying?
Question for you.
Yeah.
Is LeBron James a better player than Shaquille O'Neal, career-wise?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
right now you're just saying to me that he just needs to get the rings to match Kobe, but his career.
match Jordan.
No,
Goat.
You're Jordan.
Goat.
Regardless.
Goat.
But you
6-0.
You
Goat.
You can't match somebody 6-0.
Go.
So forget that.
This is what gets to me is because that documentary, whoo, that documentary, you watched. I know you watched it. When you were convinced that Michael Jordan was a GOAT. You knew it. You saw it. Even with all the negative messages we're saying on him. Oh, he was a bully. This. Oh, he was a gambler. That. You're like, yeah, but he's a winner. Alpha male. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like he comes out here and man, Larry Bird called the man Jesus on the court. Come on, man. And Larry Bird was a bad man. And he was a bad man. He's like, hey, man, that little kid, Jesus on the court.
Jesus, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm letting you know, like MJ was the GOAT, and LeBron James has been fighting that conversation forever and a day. So please, my guy, you said you was going to do it for Kobe, and I've been talking about you need to do it for LA. I hope you do it for your own legacy.
Okay.
Way before Russ, way before James Harden, even before Giannis. Like I'm telling you, there's a lot of up and coming conversations about goats this, goats that.
LeBron James' legacy is already solidified. All he needs is rings. We all know this. We all know. They say he's at Rushmore. He's a top 5 player right now. So if you're a top 5 player right now, all you need to do
Rushmore
is get
4.
Regardless, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
He's a top 5 player. And he's not even done. So I'm talking about players right now that they're saying that these guys are nice, and their kryptonite was Golden State. If you do not win this year, there is no excuse. Cause like now, what's happening?
So what I understand is basically what you're telling me is
they need to get
it's
rings.
time for the little boys,
the new bloods,
to go ahead and become champs, so they can create their legacy.
Fucking right, yeah.
Okay,
LeBron,
I'm letting you know is if you're a head honcho and that conversation been going on for X amount of years, now 17, you need to go ahead and put a stamp on it because this is the last final chapter of your career.
For sure.
You only got, to me, I don't think LeBron got more than 4 years
I
max.
think he got 5 years now. With the bubble, that basically gave him extra time.
Let's say you got 5 years. You got 5 years to get 3 more rings. Whose legacy is on the line more than that,
for sure,
man?
for
you
sure.
feel me?
In your opinion, what non-playoff team has the brightest future?
Get them, Zo, man.
I think in the East, if they get the right coach, I would think Chicago Bulls. Because I feel like they got a system. It's just the coach that they have was just not there. You got Zach LaVine. You got Lauri Markkanen, the power forward. And I mean, you got, what's his name? The guy that knocked out Mirotic. Bobby Portis. There you go. You have him center. You also got some powerful. You got some small forwards there, like what's his name? The guy from Washington Wizards. The guy that was on Shaq and the Fool.
I'm not sure, man. Chicago's a whole rebuild story, man.
Yes, Otto Porter. You got him. So you got for Chicago. I think they're up and coming team. If they get Mark Jackson, it's possible. That's just my opinion.
Mark Jackson doing that?
Yeah, he can rebuild that team because at the end of the day, he did that in Golden State, and Steve Kerr took over, tweaked it. So give him a chance to rebuild the team, show him what he's about. That's in the East. Now in the West, I like Phoenix, but I just believe it was the bubble. To be honest with you, no disrespect to them, I just feel that circumstances made them more hungry and everything, and just like it was a pandemic. I seen when people go to Phoenix, they walk over that team. So I love to see if those players can bring that type of energy in the arena and play with their fans and bring it up, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
I mean, Phoenix is really intriguing because they went 7-0.
It was 8-0.
My bad. And that's really impressive. You got to respect it all the way through and through.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like that bubble, that experience, it brings a team closer together.
For sure,
right?
for sure.
It was a growing pain because they just missed it. So I'm with you. I think Phoenix is definitely an up-and-coming team. But to me, Memphis to me, they had the 8th seed.
The injuries, yeah.
They had the 8th seed. They were focused, and they just crumbled under the pressure. So I feel like if they can just resume what they were doing, Dylan Brooks, right?
Yeah, he's
a baller, man.
Yeah.
He's a baller. John Morant, year 2, you always have that jump from year 1 to year 2. This is the biggest jump. And I expect it for him. I expect him defensively to be even better. On-ball defender. Offensively, he's dynamic.
I have a counter for that.
Yeah.
I feel the Pelicans, once they get a coach now, unfortunately Alvin Gentry got fired. So we're going to figure out if they get Ty Lue with that system, with Brandon Ingram, most improved player, and you got Lonzo Ball at the point guard.
Yeah.
You still got veterans like JJ Redick. And Jahlil Okafor, he's not a veteran. I'm sorry, my apologies.
He's a veteran, just not a proven one.
He's doing his thing,
Right.
And
Yeah.
you got Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
I feel like that team should be a playoff team. I don't know what the hell happened when they went to the bubble, but they really underperformed. But with that talent, I'm sorry, they should be at least a 7th or 8th seed.
Yeah. That was the next one I went to.
Yeah.
To me, the Pelicans, they have a lot of good pieces.
Yeah.
A lot of good pieces. Lonzo Ball, his shot had improved, then it regressed in the bubble.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the extra time he can go back and figure out, tweak it a little. The form is different on that shot. Brandon Ingram, most improved player. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Was he not a second pick overall? First round? He's a first rounder, right?
Yeah.
So most improved to me right there was kind of weird because you're not as a first round top 5 pick.
Do you remember that guy Anthony Bennett? Number 1 draft pick
He wasn't supposed.
Right.
He wasn't even supposed to be number 1 draft pick.
Just because you're number 1 does not mean that you're gonna have a great career. I'm sorry, man.
But all I'm trying to get to is this. Personally, I feel like there was a lot of MIP candidates this year.
Yeah.
I'm glad he won it. He's a talent. He's a very talented.
Yeah.
I thought the Lakers should have kept him over Kuzma, personally.
But that's my Pelicans are stupid enough to.
Yeah, they were.
No.
They were.
How? Anthony Davis got to go, but you're gonna get the best available for that talent, right?
I mean,
you're not gonna take Kuzma from him.
Hell, when your star player is telling you he's no longer playing for you,
I'll
whatever
trade you, but I'm gonna
assets you can haul in, you're taking.
So. As the person, you could basically say, "Yo, we're negotiating. We know you're either gonna take this trade or dip next year, but we're gonna make the best available trade." And the Lakers are gonna be like, "What?
Brandon Ingram for Anthony Davis? Yo, bye, BI. Let's get out of here. Anthony
yeah.
Davis, come home.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like it's a small price to pay
Exactly.
as a sacrificial lamb. Like,
Yes.
go on, take it.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, he's a great asset. He's a great piece. You guys got to figure out this whole Zion situation. You know what I mean? Can he give you 40 minutes a night? Can he give you 25? Can he give you 16? Like, figure it out. Get the boy healthy. Get him on the diet plan. Mumaya Fitness is out there. He'll help you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, go out there, get the kid healthy, and then onto that second year, like I said, that second year jump has to be major.
Yeah.
So, to me, Phoenix, the Pelicans, two big teams that you have to look out for in the West. Absolutely. Now, Chicago is a project to me, man. Chicago's
let's be real.
It's a project.
There's only like 4 or 5 teams that are good, so that's why they have a chance.
Yeah.
Orlando garbage. I'm sorry, Brooklyn. Right now they were garbage because they're missing players. Okay, cool.
But they were in the playoffs, though. So.
Washington Wizards. They're not there too.
Hey,
Hornets are not there.
Here's the thing. That's a good point you just brought in. But Washington, you have. I saw a few clips of John Wall looking somewhat pretty impressive, looking healthy.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal is still there.
Yeah.
They may have one last
Detroit
push.
Pistons too.
One last push. Yeah, but that's
what I'm
another
saying.
team.
The East is
So,
possible.
Overall, man, I like your picks. So
That's
you know
cool.
what I mean. I'm gonna give you your half basketball card back. You gave us some very, very good points today, man.
Trying too much.
But,
Man.
I'm just saying, man.
Too much.
I'm just saying, man.
Doing
I'm
too
just
much
saying,
right
man.
now.
I'm gonna give you your card back. You know what I mean? You can give us some. You give us.
Stop perpetrating this, man. Yo, talk to your boy, man.
Hey,
Get out of here, man.
I'm just saying, man. Hey, straight fast the basketball takes once again for you, man. Currency TV. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all.
Who's the best fit for current NBA vacant coaching jobs, in your opinion?
So we got Indiana, we got Chicago, we got New Orleans, we got the Sixers. For me, I feel for the Sixers.
Yeah.
I think Ty Lue can shape up that team because at the end of the day, Ben Simmons is kind of like, what's the version of LeBron? Like the 2.0 version. Basically, he doesn't have a jump shot. You know what I mean? The passing is there. He can set up teammates. You know what I mean? He's a floor general like LeBron. But obviously, he needs to work on his game. And he needs a coach that can instill the confidence of being a great player. And I feel like Ty Lue can do that because, for example, Ty Lue brought Kyrie to another level. Kyrie was a great player, but I feel until Ty Lue came through, that Game 7, that Game 5 against Golden State, that was Ty Lue's genius of basically letting Kyrie know, like, yo, you're a killer, but... You know, calm it down now. You know, use your teammates. Trust your teammates. Don't always try to score on 3 players.
Yeah.
Play the game right because you're too good. So I feel like Ty Lue could help out the Sixers because Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid are like the modern day Shaq and Kobe.
Oh my God.
It is. Of today's generation. It doesn't mean that we're calling them greats. We're calling it today's generation. Everything gets watered down with time. You know this. Stop trying to perpetrate, man. You know this, man. They're calling Drake what? Michael Jackson now, right? So stop it. It is what it is. This is the generation we in. Social media. Get it how you live, man. Anyways, like I'm saying, in today's generation, they're going to compare Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid as today's version of Shaq and Kobe. Doesn't mean that I believe that, but I'm saying in today's game, the way that they play with this non-fouling shit and keep up, no, that's what it is. You can have your opinion, but let me finish, man.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, it's factual shit because Joel Embiid is 7 foot.
You're telling me it's factual that Ben
today's
Simmons and Joel Embiid is our modern day Shaq and Kobe.
The best 1-2 combination it could be. If they get the right coach.
Go
Look at hold on.
on.
Let's break down facts, okay?
Yeah.
When Shaq went to Lakers, who the hell was the coach? It wasn't Phil Jackson. It was a guy called Del Harris. And that guy did not realize Kobe's potential. And Kobe was out there getting weak-ass minutes. And then when he went to Utah, he shot those air balls. Shit happens. Didn't know how to run a system. Then Phil Jackson came through and said, yo, what? Kobe Bryant, Eddie Jones, get out of here. Glenn Rice come through. Boom.
No.
Yeah, no.
Do me a
I'm
favor.
just gonna get
Spare me the
facts.
history
You
lesson.
don't want to know facts? I'm
Spare
telling
me
you
the
this
history
bullshit.
lesson.
You want to learn
We are
something?
not going to do that. We're not going to get caught up in your false fucking statement.
That's not false statement.
Right
Tell
now,
me what's
I am
false about what I
so-
just said
right now. I am so
Man doesn't even
shocked.
know anything. That's what I'm
Listen
saying.
to me.
See, that's what you get
Hold
perpetrating
on.
right now.
So,
Go ahead.
you mean to tell me
Del Harris was
Joel
the coach?
Embiid?
Yes.
Nah, fuck that.
That's
you mean to tell me
right.
that
That's a man
in
doesn't
Joel
know shit
Embiid,
about his shit, man.
you're
Go ahead.
seeing Shaquille O'Neal.
In today's
There's
version,
no dominance in Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid can be dominant
When
when he wants
he
to.
just got bounced out the first round of the playoffs.
Without
man.
who? Without who?
Without
Ben
who?
Simmons.
Shaq would never get bounced out of any first round.
What happened when
even
Shaq,
when he was in Orlando?
What happened with Shaq in the
What are you
finals?
talking about, man?
95.
Listen to
He
me,
got
my
swept,
friend.
right?
Hey, I
That's what I'm
appreciate
saying. All
you
players
trying
lose,
this.
man.
What I'm trying to say
Come
is
on,
this.
man.
You cannot let me believe that you actually believe that Kobe Bryant is basically similar in his basketball attributes to Ben Simmons, who cannot shoot one three-pointer to save his whole life.
We're talking about
Or a free throw.
We're talking about a combination
No,
of the 1-2
man.
duo, right?
So,
Okay.
here's what I'll
Dominance
say.
on the court.
Here's what I'll
Those
say.
two players.
Did you want to add more?
No, I just want you to think about that because if it went over your head, just tell the cameraman. That's what it,
you know
that's
it
a
not.
fact. Go
Let
ahead,
me get to
Freeman.
this, guys. Hey,
Come on,
straight
man.
facts, people.
Get how you live,
Listen
man.
up.
This nigga don't
You know
understand
who
shit,
Philly
man.
needs? They need Mark Jackson. Do me a favor.
Hells no.
Remove this black ball you got on Mark Jackson. Let him back in the NBA. Because before Steve Kerr, the development coach was Mark Jackson. He instilled basketball the right way for that franchise. Steve Kerr came and took it home. So all I'm saying is this. All right? We understand that this whole trust the process, it failed. Sam Hinkie gone. All right? The coach, thank God he got fired. He's happy he got fired. All right? Now bring in a real head coach. Ty Lue is great at managing
Is
personalities.
he a champion?
Who?
Ty Lue.
Yeah.
So sorry, Mark Jackson.
Man,
what have you done for me?
I
You
know,
couldn't beat the
but-
Clippers, man. And you had step. No, they got a limit. They couldn't beat the Clippers
Listen.
with Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan,
Yeah.
and Chris Paul.
So,
I'm sorry, you
what-
had the Splash
okay.
Brothers.
So-
the same
So you're
exact team
saying that
next
Mark
year.
Jackson doesn't deserve a head coaching
Not
job
for
in the
that
NBA?
job. I think he needs to work on a rebuilding team because you've never. Yo,
Philly's
Tony,
you know what?
No, they're
if
not
you
a
miss,
rebuilding
let me
team.
put it this way: if you miss the playoffs with two so-called superstars, right? At this point, you have to somewhat tear it apart and rebuild it.
No.
Okay?
No.
You lost Jimmy Butler. You lost J.J. Redick.
Okay.
You lost...
That's it.
Hold on, let me keep going. No,
That's
it's
it.
not it, man. They lost Rocco. Robert Covington is gone.
They got
all right?
Horford, man.
And it was a horrible experience.
because
Right? It didn't work.
the
So
coach.
what... Exactly. So I'm telling you, put in a coach that's competent. Mark Jackson is a competent, great head coach. Or else, if you're not going to pull him off, Sam Cassell is ready, man. He's been under Doc Rivers. Now, that's a man that played a lot of basketball in his career. Great point guard, sees and play the game the right way. Sam Cassell is ready. If you guys want to, look outside of the regular head coaches, I don't know how Tim Thibodeau keeps getting new head coach's job.
Tom Thibodeau.
All right,
Yeah.
Tom Tim. It doesn't matter.
your
He
boy.
did a bad job. He ruined he ruined Derrick Rose.
My question for you. Okay, let's answer. We said the Sixers. You said.
I say Mark Jackson.
Now Indiana.
Indiana, hey, do myself a favor, bring Alvin Gentry right back.
Why?
Alvin Gentry is an offensive genius.
Why not Sam
And-
Cassell? Because you just said it.
But I'm telling you why, because
Okay.
let me get to it.
Go ahead.
So if you won't give Mark Jackson the job in Philly, give it to Sam Cassell. He's ready. If you're gonna give it to Sam Cassell, do yourself a favor. Indiana, when I was watching the playoffs, they lacked offense. Now Sabonis was hurt. Oladipo, we still don't know what's going on with that hamstring. I get it, but if you're gonna go ahead and fire Nate McMillan, which is a great head coach. Then bring in another good offensive mind that can fix what he couldn't. Because he was a
I want
defensive
that
genius. I just told you, man. Alvin Gentry.
Alvin Gentry.
Yeah, he just got fired from Pelicans. He did a great job with what he had. It's a new venture, new page. Try it over. Chicago, right? You kept on talking about Chicago. That's another team that could use a good head coach. All right? Do yourselves a favor, man. Go get Ty Lue. Go get somebody. But develop that team. Chicago's been bad for a long
So
time.
let me understand
Yeah,
this.
you're not going to
No, I'm just understanding. Ty Lue right now, when he was
Yeah.
with Cleveland,
Yeah.
he had LeBron, he won.
Yeah.
Then where is he right now?
On the
The
best of the
Clippers. He's helping Doc Rivers shine, right?
Yeah.
With a championship contender team.
Yeah.
So basically, he has the experience to make people win, and you want him to basically
I want
start
him-
from the bottom.
No, but
when
if-
he can basically tweak a team
So,
that just needs.
let me
a
ask you a
basketball
question, right? For the Chicago fan base, how many more years do you need to be bad before you become good?
Oh, gee,
Ty Lue-
he can't rebuild that shit.
He can why not? He's
Nah,
a credible head coach.
He needs great players, man. We know
On
this.
that topic, how you guys feel about
Yeah, go ahead.
Steve Nash, head coach
Oh,
of
the Nets. I'll tell you this. Great guy. Great basketball mind. He worked great with Kevin Durant in Golden State. And with Kyrie, he can go ahead and show Kyrie new aspects of the game that he hasn't seen yet. Because Kyrie has never had a point guard, other than Ty Lue, but a point guard that was his guy. Steve Nash can be his guy. You come in, you show how to distribute the ball the way you saw it, because Steve Nash is one of the best passers ever, and Kyrie's a genius with the basketball. He's a wizard scoring-wise. So I think it complements it all. They can, the Nets will be a contender next year. They can go ahead and take the East next year if you ask me. Right? So I think it's a great hire. I just don't understand. Like, you know how they say it's not what you know, it's who you know? To me, Sino, it is exactly that. It's who you know. Because we didn't even know that Steve Nash wanted to be a head coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a bunch of head coaches that, I mean, even the Van Gundy brothers have been on the sidelines for a minute. All these coaches are proven coaches. You know, once again, Mark Jackson, Sam Cassell, all these coaches are coaches that you know, hey, you know what? They could be another great coach. Nate McMillan just lost his position, but he's a certified head coach. And Steve Nash just goes out of nowhere and boom, he gets the job.
So, Steve Nash, if you know something, he's with the Warriors. Huh? He was there helping develop KD and everything, right?
Yeah.
Making relationships. I'm just saying.
I know.
Just say, just because he wasn't like an assistant coach, he was a developmental coach, right? People are mad that like he gets the best players.
I said that.
Everybody wants him to get the job. No, so everybody wants to have that job. That's the greatest job. To coach KD, your first job. It's like Scott Brooks when he inherited that job in OKC.
And we saw what happened.
But yo, at least he got them to the finals. That's why he kept his contract a little longer. So
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. You get great players.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But I don't have a problem with Steve Nash getting the job.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he's gonna have a lot of pressure. And in Brooklyn, it's like New York. You gotta fucking win. So if you're not there performing, and you know that there's some players on his team that have some tendencies, don't like being criticized, like Kyrie, KD.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how that works. Because in Brooklyn, if you're not winning, like New York, we expect nothing but the best. So there's a lot of pressure. Do I think they're gonna succeed? Maybe, but I still think Miami is the team that you got to go through, especially when Giannis is about to get swept on Sunday and realize Pat Riley make that phone call. You already know, come join the family, B. So yeah,
that's another position
that's
that, if it's a sweep, as he says, Mike Budenholzer, that's another guy that'll be a free agent. Because I'm sorry, you're not going to have Giannis, #1 seed in the East, 2 years in a row, and then you get swept.
But my question is, what's the purpose of firing him if you lose the best player? Nobody can fix that team when you lose the best player.
Because you're the reason we lost our best player, man. You got to go through it.
It's the GM.
What are you talking about?
Nah, man. No, the GM is the one that put those players around.
Man. The GM, yo, we gave you all the pieces.
Hold up.
We gave you the formula.
Who's the person that brings the players? The GM. It's not the coach.
Man.
This guy too simple, man. I can't understand that shit. That's why I can't say, are you for real?
Listen to me.
President of basketball operations.
If you end up with MVP and defensive player of the same body, same guy, they get DOP and MVP.
You know basketball's a team game, right?
Hear me out, man. I ain't done. Hear me out.
Ahead.
And then you get the #1 East position, right? Hey, #1, actually #1 position in the whole NBA. And then you get swept in the second round. Not even one win. You couldn't strategize one way. You couldn't go ahead and say, hey, double team Butler. I don't know. Let's find something. Chris Middleton, what you doing, man? Eric Bledsoe, what you doing, man?
But who brought these players there? The GM.
Who's the coach?
The GM is the person that said, these are the players that are going to work with Giannis.
Hey, you lose
The GM
Giannis.
is the one that said, yo, get rid of Jabari Parker, so we're going to free space for Giannis to do his thing, and that's fine.
You would have kept Jabari Parker?
I think he needs to get players that Jabari Parker could have helped create his own shot. Who else on the team could help make their own shot?
Currency TV,
That's a
fake
fact.
facts. Thanks for logging in.
Hey, this man just emotions understand basketball. No, don't cut the camera.
Hey, this man,
Fuck out of here with that shit.
just
Well, listen, the facts.
He just said Jabari Parker, folks. Jabari
it's all
Parker.
good, man. CeeLo
Thanks for
Green is
tuning
having
in.
jokes right now. So, anyways, let me break it down to you, man. At the end of the day, you need players that know how to create their own shot. Just because you don't understand
Like Jabari
basketball,
Parker?
you can't create a shot.
Come on, man. Yo,
Yo, seriously, it
it's
was
a
nice
wrap,
before the
bro.
ACL injury. Come on, man.
For Reg, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Currency TV, and follow them on IG, Currency ENT. And I'm not a Raptors fan, so I don't know why this is here.